A young man, Desire Kwakeki, has reportedly died from injuries sustained after being tortured by La République's colonial military forces in Nkar, Bui County of the Savannah Zone. Local sources say the military thugs who were present during a community football tournament accused him of being a separatist fighter, and the incident, which left the community devastated, triggered a lockdown by Amazonian fighters. Now, the peaceful atmosphere of a local football tournament in Nkar, a village in Jakiri, was shattered when La République's military officers apprehended a young man, Desire Kwakeki. According to local residents, the tournament had been a unifying event for the community. Operating without incident from either sides of the ongoing war. Witnesses claimed the colonial soldiers mistakenly, as always, identified Kwakeki as an Amazonian fighter, a common and often tragic mistake in the war-ridden southern Cameroon by the colonial forces. Now, despite desperate pleas from tournament organizers who attempted to intervene, the military thugs subjected him to a severe beating, which he later died from the injuries that the beatings caused. Now, the villagers are in a state of mourning and fear, which is common in Amazonia's war-stricken zone, with the colonial forces carrying out this arbitrary act of murder. Locals expressed disillusionment, noting that Bia's armed men had been welcomed into their community with the hope of protection, not like they had any other choice. Anyways, the death had prompted a response from Amazonian fighters who have allegedly imposed a lockdown on the village until the circumstances surrounding the incident are clarified by tournament organizers. Now, according to critics, while the use of football as a unifying element in a war-torn nation highlights the deep-seated desire for normalcy and peace, the violence against civilians by colonial military men, however, remains a persistent issue. The French Cameroon army is notorious for committing atrocities including torture, extrajudicial killings, and abductions, with civilians often caught in the crossfire or specifically targeted in most cases. Now, as of the time of this report, the colonial military had not issued a statement regarding the happenings, which is not all new. It is not new in Amazonia, where the colonial forces have repeatedly turned community gatherings, once meant for peace and unity, into scenes of terror and mourning. The killing of Desire Kwakeki reflects a troubling pattern of brutality, where civilians are routinely misidentified on purpose, tortured, and killed under the guise of counter-insurgency. While such acts of violence further deepen the mistrust, fuels resistance, and undermines any prospects of peace, leaving ordinary Amazonians trapped in a cycle of fear and grief.